Good afternoon, everybody. This afternoon session is dedicated to class 8, a poem that is titled as On the Grasshopper. Yeah, the poem titled as On the Grasshopper and Cricket. Cricket. Both the creatures are here in this poem. So, this is John Keats' poem On the Grasshopper and Cricket. This is written by John Keats. Now you may ask children, what are the central idea behind this poem? Well, the poem is thematic of the fact that the poetry of nature or the music of nature never ends. It goes on continuously and provides a soothing effect. The very first line of the stanza 1 says, the poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are fed with the hot sun and hide in the cooling trees, a voice will run from haze to haze about the new mown mead. That is the grasshopper. He takes the lead in summer luxury. He has never done with his delight, for when tired out with fun, he sits at ease beneath some pleasant weed. Now the reference is the very first stanza. The first stanza. This stanza has been taken from the poem On the Grasshopper and Cricket, and it is written by the poet John Keats. The poet in this line is trying to showcase the beauty of the nature and particularly the music of nature. He is trying to showcase before the readers the music that is provided by nature. That is why he calls the poetry of nature is never dead. It never ceases. The poet wants really to showcase that under any circumstances, the constant music of nature continues. And therefore he calls this constant music of nature as poetry of earth. And what he means to say in the first stanza, the first stanza opens us with the metaphorical line, the poetry of earth is never dead, which becomes the central idea of the poem. During the extreme summer, when it is harsh summer, the birds stop singing and they take rest under the cooling trees. And at that moment also, we can find some elements in nature which moderate the temperature and provides us favorable conditions to take rest. So the song of the grasshopper in that very harsh condition provides a soothing effect to all those who are tired of the harsh condition of the summer. So during this extreme heat of the summer, when even the trees, even the birds have stopped singing and they are taking rest under the soothing trees or cooling trees, at that moment also there are some elements of nature which provides us pleasure, and that is the poetry of music. The music of nature that time provides a soothing effect. What is that? The music of nature is represented by the song of the grasshopper. In the summer, the grasshopper sings, and that music has been the representative of the summer. The nature is filled with elements that really moderate the temperature and provides a soothing effect even in summer. We find that the grasshopper sings tirelessly and provides ease to all those who had become tired and exhausted due to the constant heat of the sun and due to the working of the sun during summer. At that moment also, the song of the grasshopper provides some relief to those who have been tired completely and exhausted. So the poetry of earth never stops. It goes on continuing. See, the song of the grasshopper, that is representative of the poetry, the music of nature, in that gives us soothing effect to all the people who have been tired. The second stanza goes like that. The poetry of earth is never ceasing. On a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence, from the stone here shrills the cricket song in warmth increasing ever, and seem to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshopper among some grassy hills. In the second stanza, the poet, John Keats, wants to say that in the extreme winter condition when everywhere there is a blanket of frost, at that time also the song of the cricket amongst the stones brings some relief to those who are half drowsy, those who are half sleep. They are completely under the arm or the of the sleep. Even at that time also the element of winter such as frost and casting of the silence all over, even in that climate also it becomes the domain of the cricket to spread ever increasing warmth through its song. So the extreme coldness and frosty condition, the cricket starts singing, and the song of the cricket is representative of the winter season, and it brings out a soothing music to the readers. At that moment also the song of the cricket provides a soothing effect to the people who are under the impact of the cold and extreme frosty condition. So they are recovered from their drowsy sleep to listen to the beautiful song of the nature. That is the poetry of nature. So thus we find in both the stanzas that the poet is trying to emphasize upon the nature as an object of soothing effect. Nature is also a representative of music, song. Poetry of nature is just never ending. It provides us an everlasting joy and soothing effect. Even in the extreme, hot condition, the song of the grasshopper, which is a representative of the song of the nature, is providing the people some soothing effect who have been exhausted with the heat of the sun during the summer. So the poetry of nature, the song of nature is always there to provide us soothing effect. In the similar condition, in the winter when it is extremely cold and the entire area is covered with the blanket of frost, at that moment the sudden singing of the cricket from among the stones brings soothing effect to the people who are completely drowsy in sleep. They get up from their sleep and start listening to the beautiful song of the cricket, which provides them warmth against the extreme cold condition of the winter. So the poetry of earth, which is the representative of both the song of the grasshopper and the song of the cricket. The song of the grasshopper is representative of the summer, the song of the cricket is representative of the winter. And these winter and summer have been taken as the two extreme conditions where the music of nature, the poetry of nature, that is in the form of the song of these two insects, two creatures who have really been providing the healing effect to the people in extreme summer and in extreme winter. So this poem has a central idea that poetry of nature never stops. It continues bringing soothing effect to the people who are exhausted under the extreme climate of the nature, and the nature itself provides the song of itself, that is song of the poetry of the nature, poetry of the, and some 2 or 3 questions, small questions, which will make it more clear. Small questions, it will make more clear and more apparent. The questions are very simple. First question is, whose voice is heard from the stones? Yeah, the voice of the cricket is heard from the stone. Next question, which element of nature has been personified in the stanza on a lone winter evening? In this stanza, the element of nature frost has been personified. Who does the cricket song resemble to people lost in drowsiness? The cricket song resembles to that of the grasshopper. And why does the cricket song spread warmth? The cricket song pours a soothing balm when everything around us is covered with death-like silence. It is the song of the cricket that provides us warmth. And this is the last question. What does the poet mean by the poetry of earth? By the phrase, the poetry of the earth, the poet means that the sound of the birds, the sound of the creatures are abundantly or plentiful found in nature. They are always found in nature. The sound of the birds, the music of the birds, the song of the birds, and the sound of the creatures like cricket and grasshopper can be found in plenty in nature, and they are the poetry of the earth, and they never ends. They are always alive. They are always, and that is how we conclude this poem on the grasshopper and cricket by John Keats. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.